When you have 1 million followers, but your videos are only getting 30,000 views, this is just not the way it used to be. I feel like I am like trying to run through mud to connect with my followers.
Hi, Jaclyn. Well, why don't we take a look at your videos to see why people might not be connecting with your content? To kick things off, why don't we see what you posted around Thanksgiving?
Coming out with us at our Friendsgiving. So proud. He goes, bitch, did you get a bartender? Okay, so a ton of my guests love Santa Margarita Pinot Grigio, so I stocked the cellar.
I mean, who among us doesn't have a personalized wine collection to serve at their 20-person dinner table?
Welcome back to Girl Talk TV. Today we're talking about the content creator Jaclyn Hill. Now, I remember Jaclyn back in the early YouTube days of the beauty industry part of YouTube. Lately, she's come under fire with some of her fans with her saying that her views are low. And people are saying, well, no one's supporting influencers no more.
I want to talk about something that I feel like maybe is a little controversial, maybe not, but I feel like no one really talks about it on social media. At least I don't see this conversation being had, but I think about this every day. And this is coming from like an old school beauty content creator. I started on YouTube 14 years ago. Like, that is insane. I have been here for every single era, consistently uploading, downloading every new platform, like watch the birth of TikTok. You know, like I remember when Instagram became a thing. I was already on YouTube when Instagram became a thing, and I downloaded Instagram, and like it was like this new app, and we were posting the square photos. Like, I've been here for all of it. And I feel like we're in such a weird place on social media as content creators where I am like fighting. I feel like I am like trying to run through mud to connect with my followers at this point. I feel like there are so many bots, and I feel like these apps are now controlling who views my videos. And I feel like I get punished and penalized for not showing up and creating all the time. In the sense of, I took off, like I didn't post a TikTok, I think for like a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe. Like, sorry, shit, life happens. I've been doing this for 14 years. Maybe I'm a little burnt out, God forbid. But then I come back to TikTok, and it's like I'm put in like this TikTok jail where my views are complete shit. No one is seeing, like, it's one thing if my engagement is shit, meaning like maybe my views are high, but my comments are low and the likes are low. It's like, okay, so my audience wasn't feeling the vibes of this video. That's fine. But I'm talking like when you have 1 million followers, but your videos are only getting 30,000 views, this is just not the way it used to be. Like, when I started, it was so organic. Like, you subscribed to the people that you liked, you opened up those apps, or you got a notification on your phone saying so-and-so just posted a video, you go, you engage with it. And like, it was that simple. Now it's like, I put videos out there, and sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm like, where is my audience? And it's just, I feel like my audience is really on Instagram stories. Like, my girls are there for me on Instagram stories. Like, I really know who I'm talking to over there, but I miss the days of knowing who I'm posting my content for. And I'm just like, how do like these new creators grow at this point? Like, do the new creators out there, do you guys feel like you're connecting with an audience, or do you just feel like you're kind of throwing your videos out into cyberspace and like hoping that it's gonna stick? Like, I don't know. And like my comments, like I'll post a video, and within 10 seconds, I'll get like 15 comments, and they're all slightly the same. And I'm like, okay, so like these are like bot comments. Like, these aren't really my followers. Like, I don't care about that. I'm at the point in my life and in my career where like, I only want to post for my girls. Like, the ones that I've built this relationship and this trust with. But like, TikTok isn't even showing my stuff to those people. So I'm like, I don't know. It's like these apps control who sees our stuff, and like the audience that we worked hard to build isn't even ours. It's owned by these apps, and we just have to like hope and pray that after posting our content, these apps are going to choose to show our content to our audience who chose to follow us in the first place. I'm just so confused, and I don't see a lot of people having this conversation. This will probably put me in TikTok jail for like the next 6 months. So if you see me, hi, I love you and I miss you, and that's it.
The fact that Jaclyn Hill got on here and talked about how people scroll past her content and don't engage with their content anymore, and she just doesn't understand why, right? Okay. And then multiple people got on there who are still following her, commented and were like, you know, I love you, but it's just like you're sitting here buying purses that are worth my entire yearly income, and it's just not relatable. I'll scroll past it, you know, giving her advice like if you just make relatable content again, yada yada. And she's like, bags worth more than your income? I also post dupes and more affordable. We can't afford the dupes. We can't afford the affordable stuff, baby. Have you seen the economy? People are struggling to buy food. You think we're gonna buy the dupes? Like, it's giving out of touch. It's giving like, no, but you don't get it. No, you don't get it. People are out here wondering how they're gonna buy Christmas for their kids, okay? And you're sitting here complaining about how you're feeling left out of TikTok. Babe, you don't need the TikTok income. You will be okay. And the fact that people are literally sitting here trying to give you constructive criticism that might help, and you're responding to every single one with a tude. Like you're the victim. Like we should feel sorry for you. And you know, maybe your content is now catered to other people. And maybe those people just need to find you, because it ain't us.
Jaclyn Hill's having a conversation on here, and I want to have a different conversation. Jaclyn Hill is, if you don't know, she's an OG beauty creator. She was doing like makeup tutorials like way back in the day, maybe like 10, 15 years ago. I think she's been in the game. And like, she is one of the main reasons why Morphe, the brand, is as big as it is today. Because of how much she promoted that brand. And on top of that, the brand was good. She was one of the OG trusted YouTubers, okay? And she's having trouble transitioning into TikTok and building the same popularity and audience on TikTok. And Jaclyn, if you see this, girlfriend, it's because you need to pivot. It's because you need to pivot. I know you don't want to, but you have to pivot, and you have to pivot until you're able to find what people want to see from you. Unfortunately, you have to look at all the other beauty creators that before you, or actually that, you know, came up with you. Look at Makeup Shayla, look at Desi, look at Jackie Ina, look at Raven Elise. What are all of them doing? None of them are sitting in front of us doing makeup tutorials like they used to anymore. They have all pivoted to something else. Desi has her sunglasses. Makeup Shayla, I don't know what she's doing, but she's not sitting in front of us giving us like makeup looks like she used to anymore. She's doing like Get Ready With Me's and stuff like that. Raven Elise, she's a DIY girly now. She's not, you know, partnering with, you know, makeup brands so much anymore. She's partnering with fucking Home Depot. You feel me? And then we have Jackie Ina. She's like, she does like, you know, she's in the house, you know, so they're all doing different things, but they all attract different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all came to TikTok and changed what they were doing. Unfortunately, TikTok is so fucking different from any social media platform that you've had to come to. This is different over here. We want to see different shit over here. And unfortunately, you're going to have to evolve, baby girl. That's all you need to do.
Forgive my sick voice, but I want to weigh in on this whole Jaclyn Hill situation. Now, Jaclyn Hill is an OG YouTuber who has millions of followers and millions of dollars. And she recently made a video where she was basically saying that she's disappointed she's not getting the views that somebody who has over 1 million subscribers should have. A lot of the comments were saying that her content these days isn't relatable. I think it's the same reason why you prefer your favorite artist's old stuff to their new material. Why you prefer his old stand-up to his current stand-up. Because when people are hungry, they grind different. And people have gotten used to eating well, financially, socially, they don't grind the same. Sometimes people have a tendency to rest on their laurels. The work that you put into getting those 1 million followers was the work that you put in 2017, 2018, 2020. You haven't grinded like that in a minute. But if you want those kind of results, you're going to have to do that kind of work. You're going to have to tap back into that if you want to continue to get different results, better results. Your comments are filled with people telling you they don't want to see your lavish life and opulence and all of that. You're talking about giveaways. No, not giveaways. Not dupes. Show them how to do their makeup at $50 or less. Show them how to do a 5-minute face. Show them drugstore products that are just as good as high-end products. You got to give the people what they want, not just what you want to show them. And you're going to have to tap into that same creativity that got you here. If you did it once, you could do it again, but you're going to have to put in the work. Ladies, if you're tired of watching everybody else make money online while you're stuck trying to figure out where to start, this is for you. I created an ebook called Digital Income that breaks everything down step by step. No fluff, no confusion, no overwhelm. Just the exact strategies you can use to start building real online income from home.
Jaclyn Hill's over here complaining about the fact that she can only pull 30,000 views. And the comments are saying, girl, I've been following you for years, but I can't relate to you anymore. All you do is put caviar and chicken nuggets and buy designer bags that are worth my home. And her response was basically, well, I do giveaways and I tell people about dupes. And the response is, girl, we can't even afford the dupes. Influencers are never going to dodge the out of touch accusations because, girl, I need the beauty, lifestyle, travel influencers in particular to wake the fuck up and realize what's happening in the world around them. It's giving you're in your ivory tower and you have no idea what's going down below you. People are struggling to pay their rent. People are deciding between gas and food. People are canceling Thanksgiving and Christmas. People are getting pulled off the street and detained. Like, girl, that's why nobody's worried about you and your bags. The way influencers are constantly trying to sell stuff is giving the Avon ladies coming door to door trying to get you to sell their product, but the Avon lady's like a millionaire. Like, you're pushing this product at me, but like you have so much more money than I could ever imagine. Why would I be buying your products? Why am I trying to help build your empire and keep your empire on top when all it's doing is taking my money and taking food out of my family's mouth? Like, huh? I think what the beauty influencers who have been around for years need to realize is that when they started out, they built their empire off of teaching teenagers, young people how to do makeup. Those teenagers are grown adults. A lot of them with kids now. They now have a mortgage. They now have kids that they have to clothe and feed. They're probably in fucking debt now. And y'all started here. You might have been a little bit older than them, teaching them how to do makeup, but around their age, and you were in the same economic class, you know what I mean? But now you're up here, and they probably sunk down a little bit because they're young adults, and they are just trying to get some money for themselves. And so they're looking up at you like, hey bitch, we really built you up real high. And you're going to punch down at us and complain about the fact that we can only get you 30,000 views and we don't give a fuck about the shit you're trying to sell us?
I think the real issue with Jaclyn Hill is that she can't comprehend not being the it girl anymore. I think that Jaclyn Hill is mentally stuck in 2010. TikTok is not YouTube. The audience is totally different.
I'm sure most of us have seen the Jaclyn Hill video making rounds right now and how she's talking about how her videos are not reaching the views that she wants them to, and 99% of her comments in the comment section are talking about how, well, girl, you only promote a luxury lifestyle, which you achieve, by the way, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's no longer relatable anymore. And the fan base that you built, it was based off you being relatable way back when you were doing makeup tutorials on Maybelline, or, here's a dupe or schmoop or whatever for like this luxury product. It's just what you built. And if your core audience is not watching your video, then TikTok is not going to push your video to strangers, because that's how most algorithms work. It's like they push your videos to followers, and then they'll push your videos to strangers if your video is actually like relatable to the people who follow you. And that gets me into the topic of influencing. And it's interesting. I see people like Jackie Ina, and I love that she's living the luxury lifestyle. Do I relate to her at all? No, not at all. Like, I love Jackie, but like, I can't afford half the clothes that she puts on her body. I can't even afford the house that she lives in, but I love seeing her that way. It's funny. Like, I will never skip a Jackie Ina video, but other influencers like Michaela and Jaclyn Hill, and even, like Alex Earl, or even like, I don't know, the younger TikTok influencers. I want to say Addison Rae because she's no longer on TikTok. When I see them and they're doing luxury, it's almost like when I see Kim Kardashian doing like a luxury ad or promoting whatever she's promoting. I don't care for it. I'm like, I don't care for it. I'm just like, this doesn't relate to me. I can't afford it. Like, I feel terrible. And it's like, so many of these influencers are wondering, like, what's happening to their fan base? Like, why aren't they getting the views or the likes or whatever? And it's because we don't relate to you. Like, it's wonderful you have that life, but you're just not relatable. And sometimes that content works. Like, sometimes I don't want to relate to you and I do want to see the life of luxury, but most of the time I want to see what relates to me. Sorry about that, my dog. Again, relatable, having a really loud dog that interrupts my video. Like, I want to see what relates to me. And I think that's the art of luxury influencing. The influencing that we've seen and has grown so much is dying. And I can even relate that back to perfume talk. Like, I feel like the people I follow, and hopefully the followers that follow me are following me because they're also, their budget's a little strict, or they can only buy like a perfume bottle like once a month and they have bills to pay and they want to find if this perfume is worth it or not. They want to find schmoops for this perfume, or they want to see if like getting a sample of this perfume is worth it at all. And like, that's the type of following that I want to build, because like, I'll be honest, like I am not in the position to be buying like these $400, $500, $800 perfumes. It's wonderful when like my other mutuals and other perfume talk people that I look up to can do that, but I personally can't, and that's okay. But I think it's like a constant reminder to people and the content that they make that like, while having luxury products like is incredible and you worked for it and you deserve it, it's not relatable to majority of probably the followers that you have. And it's not almost really interesting. It is really interesting to see people like Jaclyn Hill kind of rebuke that notion and just say, no, that's not the reason why my TikTok is not getting views.
Once upon a time, your favorite content creator, influencer was relatable. And that was a time when they were sitting in their bedroom in their income-based apartment, their Section 8 apartment, and now they have risen into a level where they can afford the luxuries of life. But the part where a lot of their fans cannot really relate to them is when they start to flaunt off their wealth in their fans' faces. So a lot of time when you're, as an influencer, asking your fans to support your high ticket product that you're selling, or if you're telling them to purchase a ticket for this and that that's super expensive, a lot of times they're not going to be able to do it. A lot of the fans of these influencers, of these content creators, they're not relating to them anymore. It's just like, hey, I'm not a part of that social society, that organization that you are now a part of it. Like, I can't afford that. So we're coming upon the times where social media is starting to shift and shake and move in ways where influencers are starting to die down. Content creators, like the realness, the rawness of a content creator is becoming a little bit more popular versus this fake, phony, glitz and glam, luxury lifestyle content. I don't know. This is what I'm seeing. I'm hearing it every day on TikTok. I'm seeing it all the time on people's videos where they're just like, they want something raw and real. They're tired of this flaunting of wealth. Tell me what you think down below. Until next time, bye.